Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish. Hello, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to, or should I say, welcome to a live special Kop-Ish show. Knew we were going to be filming today. It was meant to just be a preview show today, and around what was it, about 10:30, I got a notification on my phone saying that Klopp is leaving. So automatically I'm thinking, this must be one of those like spoof accounts or something like that. And I opened it and it's the official Liverpool account. I'm like, hold on a sec, what's going on there? Even now my phone's going off. So I've opened it and it's saying Klopp's leaving, and then automatically like my phone just like started blowing up. So all right, I'm just gonna say this straight. B Red, you've been talking a lot of nonsense for the longest time, so I've just banned you. Like, you're out. See you later, man. So like, I've seen the news and I'm like, nah, something's not right here. Like, and look, I know for most people, like, football's not a big part of their lives. For us in this community here, it is, obviously. And I'm obviously going to be careful with my words because there are quote unquote more important things in life than football, etc. This one's tough. Like, this one's really, really tough. I don't even, like, again with you, like, I don't really write stuff down before I do shows. I usually am able to remember what I'm going to say and think of the topics, and I don't like to be too regimented in my approach because I like the show to flow. I had to write stuff down because if not, I'd just be sitting here in front of you guys and not really knowing what to say. Like, I'm devastated. Like, this is the worst I've felt about someone leaving the club since Gerrard. And I'd arguably say this one feels even worse because you could understand Gerrard was coming to the end of his career. Liverpool were kind of crap at the time. And like, let's say, for example, he left in the summer just gone. It would have still really hurt, but I'd have understood it because of the season we just had. But now I've got this written down. The first thing I've got is timing and question mark. Like, why now? Of all the times to announce it, why now? Something doesn't feel right. Maybe this is copium, maybe this is copium, but something doesn't feel right, and I can't put my finger on it. And I'm one of those people who, like, I like a world where I'm able to figure things out, and I can't figure this out. I don't know what's going on. Why now? Why the 26th of January 2024 when he said this back in, this is how it felt in November, and like, I know he said it gives the club time and all that, but why today? Why now? We're chasing 4 trophies, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I see Guna Lee in the chat. Sorry guys if I'm not keeping up with everything. The chat is moving quite quick. Yeah, do you know what, rival fans? Yeah, I know I'm gonna get it today. But do you know what this also tells me? How highly you rate Klopp without saying it. Because if Ten Hag left tomorrow, I'd be laughing, but I wouldn't be like as jovial as I am, or as I see rival fans are, should I say. seen other supporters of other clubs doing the same thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, so you lot really did rate Klopp, you just didn't want to say it. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Again, I'm probably going from pillar to post with this one, guys, and I can't even stay on too long because I got so much stuff to do today. I'm taking my lunch break now so I can do this, and then I'm back to work, and then all that stuff. Why is he leaving? The reason he gave is because he's sort of run out of energy. Again, yeah, if that is the case, then health and mental health, physical health always comes first, family, etc. That so I can accept it from that standpoint. It hurts because I feel as though we are so close to having everything squad wise that we need. And I've said this for weeks now. We're like 3 players away from having the perfect squad. And I thought Klopp was going to be the person to inject that 2.0 Liverpool into the veins of all of our rivals and say, what are you saying now? We're in a position where if we win the league this season, we could go on and dominate for a couple of years. We really could. And it feels like the rug's been pulled out from under us. And I see a couple of you mentioning it. Shout out to Lakers. Shout out to Jamie Phillips. I've just seen your message, Jay, bro. I'm gonna keep this one kind of short. So yeah, even on the day Klopp's announced he's leaving, the Gremlins want to get me. But Jay, yeah. So Jamie, I'm gonna keep this one kind of short because I've got to get back to doing other stuff. I'm just gonna do this one solo, bro, and we can hopefully chop something up at a later date. The fact that all the backroom staff are leaving as well is kind of mad. Like, it feels like something else is going on. And look, I know straight away people are gonna be like, well, was it the owners? And it's again, without lying to you guys, that was my first thought. Did Klopp want a couple players in January and the owners said no? Or did he want to move in a direction with one thing and the owners said no, they want to go in this direction? Could it be to do with Salah? Maybe Klopp wants Salah to have a new contract and the owners are going, yeah, look at his age. We really want to cash in now so we can reinvest that into the squad. And Klopp's gone, I ain't doing this again. I'm out. Like you look at Virgil. Virgil's going into last year of his contract in the season. Trent is, I think, as well. Salah. Like with Klopp here, I'm thinking, yeah, these men will sign. It's cool. They'll sign a new contract. Now, I don't know. Like the talk is everyone, look, and this isn't just from today, but obviously his name is just going to be rife throughout the next few months, and that's Xabi Alonso. And again, everyone knows how much I love Xabi Alonso as a player. Me, Matt, and Drift, we've done videos on his passing range. Shout out to Pimp in Distress. Me and him were speaking. Shout out to Gaz as well. Me and him have been speaking about Alonso. My little daughter, that's the name I call her. I call her Alonso. Zabi for short. So anyone who knows me knows how much I love Alonso. But I have to ask you the question, guys. Is he ready for this? Is he ready for this? Because it's not just now you're managing Liverpool after one incredible season, potentially, because he could still lose out on the league. Are you ready for this? Managing Liverpool, going through a transition after Jurgen Klopp, under the owners we have. I'm gonna be honest, this is a tough one. And I look around, and at a time when we lost Brendan Rodgers, Carlo Ancelotti was available and Jurgen Klopp was available. So I sat back and I was like, cool. Brendan's gone. I wanted him gone. There's 2 world-class managers out there. We should be able to get one. I sit here in front of you now, guys, and I tell you this. Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, Jurgen Klopp. For me, they're the best managers in the world. Simeone, I'd argue, is a world-class manager. Nagelsmann's good. Don't think he's world-class. I don't think there's any other world-class managers. So anyone we get, we're going to have to try and make them world-class, or they're going to have to try and be world-class. Do we have time to do that? I don't know. Absolutely don't want Simeone, by the way. Do not want Mourinho. Hell no. Rafa Benitez sounds good nostalgia-wise, but absolutely not. I just don't know. Zidane, again, haven't seen him do anything else apart from Real Madrid. And no disrespect to Zidane when I say this, Real Madrid have everything in place. I don't know. I don't know, guys. FSG, what do I think of this situation regarding FSG? FSG now, we're going to find out so much. Shout out to Lakers. I was speaking to Lakers earlier. We're going to find out so much now. You see the questions I've had for the last 2 years, as in, is it FSG not spending, or is it Jurgen Klopp being too loyal? Is it FSG not wanting to get certain players in, or is it Klopp not wanting to get certain players in and losing certain players? I'm now going to get the answers to these questions. I am going to get the answers to these questions now. Did I want it this early? Probably not. No, I didn't. Not probably. I didn't. But we're going to get these answers now. And they have to step up. And when I say step, I mean they've really got to step up, because they have to find the right fit in so many aspects. I'm hearing Schmack is leaving as well. Like, what the hell's going on? Why today? Why today, man? It's so weird. But FSG are going to have to show their ambition, because look, you see in the summer, we've got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Endo. I guarantee you all those players signed, and the main reason they signed was Jurgen Klopp. I guarantee it. Liverpool's got pull. The name Liverpool's got pull. Absolutely has. But the reason they said we're going to go to that club, because of Jurgen Klopp. We won't have that now. We won't have that. So does that mean we're going to start paying higher wages? I don't see that happening either. So what happens next? How do we bridge that gap? Because right now, we've been going up against Man City and their 115 charges, and Pep Guardiola is a juggernaut. All the spending power that Arsenal are showing. Man United have been spending since the beginning of time. But what's been the equaliser? It's been Jurgen Klopp. When you take away that equaliser, what happens next? And look, I am emotional. I'm emotional about this. I am. So I can't see the wood from the trees right now. I can't. I'm just being honest with you. There's no point me lying to you guys, because you're going to suss it out and you're going to put it in the comments. I can't see the wood from the trees. I can't see the positive out of this right now. Los Blancos talk. Mbappe talk. Let's done that. I did say there was no point speaking about that. Right now, let's not even mention Mbappe, because that ain't happening now. We're going to find out so much about the ambition of these owners, the direction of the club. But I tell you what, though, I just want to take some time to say thank you to Jurgen Klopp, man. As a Liverpool fan, apart from that night in Istanbul and the FA Cup win in 2006, Jurgen Klopp's given me my best nights as a Liverpool fan. My absolute best nights. Nights that I had no right to have as a Liverpool fan, but he made that possible. I've sat here and I've said it for years, even before it's popular, that I thought Jurgen Klopp was the best manager in the world. And I know there'll be people out there who be like, oh, look what you saying last season. Yeah. I was saying what I said last season. I stand on it. Jurgen Klopp was crap in the bed last season, and I wanted him to change his ways for the sake of Liverpool because I'm a Liverpool fan. But I ask one of you who come with that nonsense and spew that garbage, find me one video or one clip of me saying I want Jurgen Klopp to go. Never heard it come out of my mouth, and you never would have heard it come out of my mouth. All I wanted him to do was change what he was doing so that we were better as a team. And what did he do? Change what we were doing. So now we are better as a team. Jurgen Klopp is the best manager I've seen at Liverpool Football Club in my lifetime. Jurgen Klopp is my favourite football manager of all time. The only regret I have of Jurgen Klopp's tenure so far is that he hasn't won more trophies and he never got a prime Steven Gerrard. Everything else he built from the ground up and made us into the powerhouse that we are. So for that, from the bottom of my heart, Jurgen, thank you. Thank you so much. I remember where I was when Liverpool came back against Dortmund. Jumped so high, screaming and celebrating, I sprained my ankle. 2 weeks to the day after Stevie was born, we won the Champions League. Premier League, I remember exactly, I was at my mum's house when Chelsea beat Man City 2-1 to clinch us the Premier League. I remember exactly where I was. Remember me, Matt, and Drift getting on the stream. I flipping had my hair dyed red. This came from Jurgen Klopp. Me doing this, that came from Jurgen Klopp. That guy is a legend amongst legends, and he sits at the table as one of the most influential figures to have ever walked through those Anfield doors. So for that, Jurgen Klopp, we're indebted to you, man. On behalf of Liverpool fans, thank you so, so much. Because without you, wouldn't have been possible. In terms of what happens now, between now and the end of the season, I don't like the timing because I feel it puts a lot of extra pressure on the players. And they've had a lot of pressure to deal with in the first place. But we're here now. And if those players would have run through a brick wall for Klopp before, then I damn well hope they do it even more now. Give this man the send-off he deserves, please. Let him fill that trophy cabinet a bit more, because he deserves that. And another thing, and shout out to Lakers, and I think I've said this a few times as well, Klopp feels like the Shankly of this era, and I'm hoping that the next manager is the Paisley. And I'll make clear what I'm saying there. Shankly was the one that changed the ethos and the success and the succession and the projection of the club. Paisley came in, benefited off that, and took us to another level by winning even more trophies. I'm hoping Klopp's the Shankly and the next manager is the Paisley. Because you know what will be the biggest crime is if the next manager comes in or the owners don't capitalize on what Jurgen Klopp's built. I'm gonna hit up the super chats, people, because I'm still numb to this. I'm still figuring out what's going on. I don't even know if Drifty knows. I know Matt knows because me and him have been talking or going back and forth in the group a little bit. But yeah, let me help these supers. Ride Shotgun says, could it be the documentary deal pushing him out? Shout out to Pimping the Stress. Me and him were speaking about this. I'd like to think that owners wouldn't be so flipping stupid that a £10 million deal would be what pushes them to push Klopp. But again, this documentary thing only came out recently, and Klopp said he made up his mind and told them in November. So again, don't know. Punjabi Firmino says, not gonna like how so gutted Klopp was 1 in a million, never walk alone. Facts. I echo that. Absolutely echo that. Just Lab says, I was sleeping when my mate wakes me up telling me an era's coming to an end. He's a United fan. So I searched up Ten Hag, then found out what he meant. Yeah, rival fans are going to be enjoying this. They've got nothing else to enjoy. Game S says, I'm not sure how I can comprehend this. I'm broken. Yeah, feel the same, man. Ike says, Jurgen Klopp legend. All the Klopp outers, are you happy now? We'll miss this man dearly. Let's get the quad. Hashtag you're never walk alone. Hashtag LFC. Smash the like button, people. Big up yourself, Ike. Jay says, Klopp 56 said he didn't want to be an old manager. That's very true. He also went on to say that he doesn't want to manage another team he'll never manage another team in England. He says he doesn't feel like he'll manage again, but he says obviously that situation could change. I think it'd be a bit of a crime if Jurgen Klopp never got to manage the German national team. However, Jurgen Klopp is a sort of manager who likes the day-to-day process of managing the teams, and you don't get that with international football. Nino says, rivals laughing will all have egg on their face, will rise again under another manager. Liverpool have another manager lined up because they announced it now. That's a point, Nino. I think that might be a reason why they've announced it now as well. Musa LFC21 says, Klopp said he told the club back in November his plans to leave. It's going to be tough to replace him and some of the players who might leave. Very true. Very true. Jay says, Klopp told FSG the fall in the fall he was out. Yep, he did in November. Troy says, bro, today is my birthday. Why today, Jurgen? Boy, Troy. Well, firstly, happy birthday. I don't even know if it feels like doing this, but Troy, it's tradition. So this is for you, bro. Happy birthday. Adremo says, don't worry, Cal, we got you, bro. All feeling it. Yeah. I don't like to compare this with like bereavements and stuff like this, but it feels like it feels like a loss, man. It does feel like a loss. H says, makes no sense, but seem as it's just he's drained. He said in the interview he's 100% not FSG, just better to make the decision a bit earlier than too late. He did say that, which I agree with as well. And you know what? It makes his legacy and his legend grow even more because he leaves us wanting more. And that's the best way to leave. Shout out to Serge for your super chat as well. Navir says, not Cal's biggest fan, but he never said Klopp out. Big up yourself, Navir. Appreciate that. And again, I have no problem with you not being my biggest fan. I know I split people's opinions, but I'm glad you can be objective and actually be honest about it. So big up yourself. Serge says, thank you, Jurgen Norbert Klopp, sorry. Indeed. LFC Mac 10 says the players were only informed this morning. See, that's what I didn't want. That's what I didn't want. Yeah. That's what I didn't want. That's what I didn't want. That's not cool, man. Just Lab says only regret is he won't have one more Champions League run. Yeah, that as well. So many regrets. Vern says, gutted, I have no words. Big up yourself, Vern. I ain't spoken to you in a while. Hope you're well. Mac and Steve says, Klopp took us from Liverpool to this is Anfield. You'll never wear cologne at Danker. Norbert. Yeah, facts. Dougie says Artemelo was his breaking point. FSG at fault. Dougie, it's so hard to say that because he's like, it's impossible to say that. It really is impossible to say that. Ganga Deep says, which manager can come in and maximize the most out of FSG's model like Klopp did? Anyone who is an approved manager is going to be a project and a risk and may take a couple of years to compete and win unless the owners are flexible. Gangan Deep, thank you for that super chat, because you've pretty much said in a super chat what I've been trying to convey in this, but I've just not had the words or been able to articulate myself. And without sounding arrogant, I'm usually quite good at articulating my feelings and thoughts, but this one's thrown me for a headspace that I've not been in for a while. And Dill says, if we get Gerrard, I'm ending myself. Well, first and foremost, never put that out there that you're going to end yourself. Life's valuable and we don't want to hear of anyone doing that. I'll be honest with you, you guys know how much I love Gerrard. I don't want to hear Gerrard's name right now. I was just being real with you. I love Gerrard, but I don't want to hear his name right now being linked to Liverpool. I just don't want to hear anyone's name being linked to Liverpool. And do you know what really pees me off? Why do I always get these streams by myself? Why is it always me by myself every Caicedo or this or the furlough stuff? Or why is it always me by my blood clot stuff, man? Oh, this is painful. This is painful. This is painful. And look, people, I'm going to sign off here. Just want to say thanks to everyone who's watched and listened. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We were going to have plenty more, I'm guessing, coming up around this subject. We have got a preview for the Norwich game today. Not sure what time that's going to be, but it'll be in the afternoon, late afternoon or evening. And we'll obviously discuss that because I think me and Drift will be doing that. Sammy says, big up Cal, gutted. I'm worried, not going to lie. I'm very worried. I am very worried. Also want to say, I know I blocked B-Red77. I didn't block B-Red77 because he disagreed with anything I said or anything like that. I can't remember the name of the person who super chat, but they said they're not my biggest fan. I have no problem with that. What I will say though, before I sign off here, the constant berating of me, Matt, and Drift from certain people, when I see your name in the chat, I'm just going to block you. And B-Red, you were stupid enough to make yourself known today after I had warned you and spoken to you about it. And there's a couple other people doing it, and I'm going to mention their name because I want to catch them out rather than give them a heads up. But B-Red, if you do see this, it serves you right. And yeah, stop chatting crap about people. One, you're not that guy. And two, it's very easy to hide behind an alias and a fake name. My name is Callum. Everyone knows what I look like. And I'll say stuff with my chest, 10 toes down, standing on business, because I'm not a little bitch. So let that be a lesson, yeah. But people, Jurgen's going. Pray to God Liverpool give him the best send-off possible. And that is by winning all the trophies that are available. If you haven't already, make sure you switch on the notification bell as well. We'll probably be around later. Well, we'll definitely be doing another video this evening, so make sure you look out for that. Big up yourself, people. Until I see you guys again, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish, and we're out. Take care.